going on, guys? This is LikeMikeBarrins. So today I'm going to be doing an analysis of the previous 5 experiments I've been doing with the dunk sessions that you guys might have seen in my channel. And I'm just going to start off by listing the best dunk sessions in order. And I'm also going to be overlaying some clips from those dunk sessions so you guys don't see just this background and me talking. So yeah, let's get right into it. Starting off with the best dunk session, it came from experiment 3, which was post-meditation. And in this dunk session, I just felt extra focused. I had some rest time in between my workouts and this dunk session, so it was really the best dunk session I had up to that date, and my progress really showed in that dunk session. Like the prior 2 dunk sessions that I'm going to talk about in a minute, I felt kind of weak, kind of sluggish and sore, and just like I hadn't fully recovered from the workouts. And also in this dunk session, I had my strongest one-hand and strongest two-hand dunk up to that point. And I also made more dunks than I ever had in a dunk session. So by far the best dunk session was experiment 3 post-meditation. The second best experiment was experiment 1, which was the first experiment I did, which was having a dunk session after eating a healthy meal. Which in that dunk session I had before that dunk session I had a protein smoothie and a protein bar. My strongest one hand was in that dunk session up to that point, but that was, like I said, that was experiment 1. So it was the earliest or the first of any of these experiments, so it was my strongest one hand up to that point. And I took a little side note on that one because even though I was focusing on the healthy meal aspect, there was also a lot of people around in that dunk session because there were people playing on the courts, and I just felt like it kind of energized me, got me really focused, really in tune. Just wanted to get into the dunk session, and had a really strong dunk session. I rattled one of my first two hands in that dunk session. So yeah, I just felt super focused, really energized in that one. So that was the second best dunk session after a healthy meal. The third best dunk session was experiment 2 after getting 9 hours of sleep. I'm gonna kind of talk about the 5 to 6 hours of sleep and this one, even though the 5 to 6 hours was the 5th best and the 9 hours was the 3rd best. I felt more focused in the 9 hours than I did in the 5 to 6 hours. I was definitely jumping stronger, but I did feel a little sore because I worked out, I think, the day before this dunk session, so still had a little soreness, and I was missing dunks that I had made before that, like in experiment 1. Compared to the 5 to 6 hours of sleep, which was the 5th best, I was missing a lot and was jumping the highest I had been jumping yet, but I just wasn't making as many dunks. So I feel like part of it could have just been like mental fatigue, just being tired overall. And I also hadn't dunked. I hadn't dunked for a week before that dunk session. So yeah, overall 9 hours of sleep better than 5 to 6 hours. In between 9 hours of sleep and 5 to 6 hours of sleep, which was the 3rd and 5th best, was the 4th best dunk session, which was after pickup. So at the beginning of this dunk session, I felt pretty unfocused because I had just been thinking about that. Oh, I just played, like I should be tired. Like I just felt like I wanted to be done because I just played for like an hour and a half or so, and just went into the dunk session just thinking that. But as the dunk session continued, I just locked in, got more focused, started to hit a lot more dunks. I hit my best two-hand yet, and so experiment 4 hit a better two-hand than experiment 3. Just had to, again, just lock in, get more focused, not think about that I just played, just focus on the dunk session. And then after that, just started hitting more dunks. So yeah, after playing pickup, the 4th best, and like I said, I talked about the 5th best, which was dunking after 5 to 6 hours of sleep. The worst dunk session by far in any of these was it was kind of a tie between the unhealthy meal and the no warm-up. But I think the worst dunk session would have to have been the unhealthy meal, and then so I'll talk about the no warm-up dunk session, which I started that one pretty bad. I actually kind of felt my shoulder give out a little bit in the first dunk because I clanged the ball against the rim and just my arm swing. I just felt cold starting off that dunk session. It took me like half the dunk session to even feel loose. Towards the end, I started to hit some pretty strong one-hands. I had a few strong misses in that dunk session, which was good. It's always good when if you guys are dunking or practicing your dunks or whatever, it's always good to have strong misses. Like, don't feel discouraged by that. Just know that if you keep progressing, if you keep getting stronger, then those strong misses are eventually going to be makes. But I would definitely not recommend doing any type of dunk session or workout or whatever without warming up. I was kind of hesitant to do that one, but somebody recommended it in a comment, so I just thought, you know, why not try it? But I'll probably never do that again. But the worst dunk session of all of these was the unhealthy meal. I had a burger and fried beans, and then I also had a review session for an hour before my dunk session. So all that before the dunk session, just kind of, I just felt really sluggish during that one. I feel like my jumps were mistimed, and I hit a lot of like the same dunks, which that's how I know that I'm not progressing in the dunk session, or not really getting better as a dunk session goes along, when I just kind of hit the same dunks the whole time. I'd rather miss strong than hit the same dunk throughout the whole session. So that one was just kind of like a plateau through the whole dunk session. So by far the worst one. Felt sluggish, just missed time. Felt pretty stagnant through the whole thing. So yeah, to recap though, experiment 3 after meditation was the best dunk session, followed by experiment 1, which was dunking after a healthy meal while having people around. Got me energized, felt pretty good. The third best was getting 9 hours of sleep. I felt focused. I was jumping stronger, even though I felt a little sore. The fourth best was after a pickup game. Was a little unfocused at the beginning, but as it went on, I just locked in, got more focused, and was dunking better through the whole dunk session. Followed by the fifth best, which was getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Even though I missed a lot and missing a lot of dunks, I was still jumping my highest yet, which was kind of ironic, but still was good to miss some strong dunks. The next best was dunking with no warm-up. Like I said, would not recommend this. Had an awful start. Took me like half the dunk session to even get into it, but still hit some good strong one-hands at the end, towards the end of it. And then the worst, again, was the unhealthy meal. Felt sluggish. Just felt like I didn't want to dunk that day, because I also just, like I said, had like an hour review session before that. So on top of eating burger and fried beans and also having an hour review session, just wasn't a good combinations. Yeah, that's just kind of like a brief analysis of those experiment dunk sessions. If you guys have any suggestions on any future experiment dunk sessions you guys want me to do, just leave them in the comments below. But I'm going to be posting more to my channel because I'm on summer break now, so I'm going to be getting a lot more consistent with these videos, doing more Q&As, just thinking about how to make this channel better. And if you guys have any suggestions, again, just leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.